Solo Cruise, Nathan Bale, Mega Who and Bitter Sammy. Supreme Jester, Track Pack, Mayday Maid and Bold Ray. All set. Bunny heads around. Now the fifth, third heat set. Racing Solo Cruise up with a little early speed here to Mayday Maid. That's followed along the inside there by Nathan Bale. Out wider we go to Bitter Sammy, Bold Ray. A length or two back is Mega Who. Out wide of that, Bold Ray's gone back a place or two. Track Pack and Supreme Jester just not galloping at all. Into the bend they go and Nathan Bale, the handy break run starting to come in behind here now from Solo Cruise. Round the outside comes Bitter Sammy, the favourite with big strides. Gap in the field there, Mayday Maid and Track Pack. Up they come and trying hard, Solo Cruise, Bitter Sammy, Solo Cruise, Nathan Bale, back there we go, Mayday Maid, followed there by Track Pack, further back would have been Bold Ray, Mega Who, and Supreme Jester last of all. You'll find as called, the 7 will get up over the other runner, whoever we called there, but I'm sure the 7 got up to nut out the 1, wasn't it, the Solo Cruise, her best race. And a third, number 3, 31 and 44. We'll just wait for that time to be confirmed, 31 and 44. So we'll watch the start here. And here we go. Not a bad dispatch, was it? Early speed, the 6, Mayday Maid. And then they come underneath her, Nathan Bale goes underneath. Just the stripe rug just hasn't raised a gallop, has it? Supreme Jester. It's done nothing. That was the second favourite. You can see well placed up on the outside there was the black rug Bitter Sammy, and she's come home over the top. We'll just wait for official confirmation, 31 and 44. It was correct. A neck by 3 by 3/4, 7, 1, 3 and 6. Ronnie, and I'll be back race 6 at 3:40.
Results of race 5, the 30 of the Meadow set brackets maiden. 7, 1, 3, 6. The margin a neck, 3 lengths, 3/4 of a length, time 31.44.
Nathan Bale, Golden Lobo, Miss Veggie Webb and Fido Dida. Scratching of the pre-post favourite, Honest Bird, so it's thrown the field wide open here. And Miss Veggie Webb backed into favouritism at 3:15, 160. The youngster, round it comes. Racing, Philip Bale dwelt a little, a bit of early speed, Bitter Sammy, and Miss Veggie Webb shows lead. Miss Veggie Webb to the lead there from Bitter Sammy. The inside, Nathan Bale, though, followed there by Philip Bale. Gap in the field, Golden Lobo, Campisi Bale, Fido Dido, Solo Cruise. Down the back they go, and Miss Veggie World does it nice from Kennel Mate, Bitter Sammy. Gap there we go to Nathan Bale, further back to Philip Bale. Running late is Campisi Bale. Gap there to Golden Lobo, and the other two out of it, Solo Cruise, Fido Dido. Up they come, and Bitter Sammy over the top. Bitter Sammy, Miss Veggie World, Philip Bale, followed there by Campisi Bale, Nathan Bale, Golden Lobo, Solo Cruise and Fido Dida. Well, they had it to themselves all the way, but the 3's come over the 6 at the business end and got the prize, 30 and 93. And then we went back to the Bales, headed, I think it was by Nathan Phillip and Campisi, was it? On the corner. And out wide is Bitter Sammy. Miss Veggie World just starts to feel the pinch a bit. Miss Veggie Webb, and Bitter Sammy comes over the top to grab Miss Veggie Webb. And the pair of them, the sisters, taking it to the line. And in a 30 and 93, it's a half length in it, I suppose, at the business end. The numbers 3, 6 and 1. Just watching the start here, the 4 and the 7 did dwell. There's the margins, a half by 5.5 by 1 1/4. And then the 6 goes to lead. Tucking in behind there is Bitter Sammy. And then Philip Bale got a lovely run through there with Nathan Bale. And the others out the back never really got into it after that, did they? Solo Cruise, Fido, Dido, etc. And Golden Lobo. But 3, 6 and 1 in the second Donna. The third of the night will go at 6 o'clock. The stir-ups the field apart from the 3 and the 6.
Half length, 5.5 lengths, 1 1/4 length.
Or the 5 and the 7, maybe the 4, 7, 5, in that order if you want it to be so bolshy. We're about to find out. Up they come for the Meteor Printers Stakes. Funny Feeling, Miss Chantel, Shave the Sheep and Illegitimate. Melita's Havoc, Bitter Sammy, Kiwi Commando and Adjust the Hustler. Favourite steps the 4, Bitter Sammy, Her Name, Bunny to the boxes. Racing, Bitter Sammy takes a flyer and streaks straight to the lead by a margin of 2 lengths on Funny Feeling. Here's Illegitimate getting around the outside. He gets checked there for a stride or 2. Illegitimate. Shave the Sheep tries to burst into the clear and run on. Along the inside of them, Kiwi Commando, Just the Hustler and Miss Chantel, the last one. Bitter Sammy's gone by 6 by 7 lengths on Funny Feeling. Here's Shave the Sheep starting to roll home attractively. Inside for Illegitimate, then Melita's Havoc, but away goes Bitter Sammy. Shave the Sheep flies to second, then Funny Feeling, Melita's Havoc. After them, Kiwi Commando, Illegitimate got tired, Just the Hustler and Miss Chantel. Well, we didn't want them to run first, second, third, or we would have been struggling to return a profit for a suggested trifecta, but with a 4-5-1 result, you should be getting $1 or 2 back. Straight to the lead, Bitter Sammy. Look at Shave the Sheep really starting to put in. I was calling Bitter Sammy home here, then I had a double take. I thought, oh no, she's not going to come blousing past Shave the Sheep, is she? For goodness sakes. But no, favourites in. 4 Bitter Sammy to beat 5 Shave the Sheep and 1 Funny Feeling was the third of them in. Illegitimate a stride slow today, the 7, and by the time he recovered the pace, he was in trouble and getting shunted out of the race. Bitter Sammy straight to the lead at $1.95. You wanted to see her do this, and she has. Look at the 5, back second or third last there, Shave the Sheep. She comes off the rails here. Belts Kiwi Commando out of the way. About here, she comes off the rails and just shunts Kiwi Commando, who goes sideways and has run home generously, but second will be her lot again. 4, 5 and 1 our numbers in the 6th Donna. 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 2 30 86. Beauty.
So did you get that placing? All right.
4, 5 and 1 in race number 6. 4 Bitter Sammy gets the win that she deserved. The light form bitch daughter of Jack Jr. and a Web of Silence in Bell. And Davy Schofield training at Huntley beats number 5 Shave the Sheep. Another big run from her today for Adi Dugansic from Turakina. And a 1 Funny Feeling kicking on nicely for 3rd for Jason McCook. 4, 5 and 1, 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 2 lengths. 30.86 the winner's time. There's 4,120 units chasing the pick 6. But is Sammy our favourite at 195, 125. Shave the Sheep 175. Funny Feeling 240. 4-5 Quinella 545. The 4-5-1 Trifecta 37.55. Double 1 Joe Demand and 4 Bitter Sammy 580 concession with Shave the Sheep also $5.80. 2 1/4 lengths, 3 1/4 lengths, 2 lengths. 30.86 the winner's time for a Bitter Sammy.
A couple of fields here in the past to win them nicely, and should just keep out of trouble out wide tonight as they load up here. Catering Professional Stakes, loading them up. Joby's Gem, Hostile Deed, Thrilling Heidi, Bitter Sammy, Mini Moo, Lickham, Luke, Oxy, Splickles. Catering Professional Stakes, the 527. Favoured way, Thrilling Heidi from Bitter Sammy. Ready? Racing Joby's Gem out fairly. Great leg here to Bitter Sammy. Darts straight to the lead from the inside. Joby's Gem going into the bend. One's gone down there. Thrilling Heidi, the fave, picked itself up. Looks okay though. Out of the bend they go. Bitter Sammy in front there of Hostile Deed. The inside is Lickham. Luke out wide of Splickles. Will hit the line strongly, but this thing in front's got away. Followed back there by Mini Moo. Then we go back to Joby's Gem on retreat. That's followed back there by Oxy on the corner though. And Bitter Sammy just kicking away today. It's not going to slow up. It'll get the prize nicely. Bitter Sammy in from Hostile Deed, hit it well. Then we go to Splickles, followed back there by Mini Moo, Joby's Gem, Lickham, Luke. Back there we go to Oxy, and the one that tumbled in the first bend, Thrilling Heidi, of course, tails them in. Slick this, 30 and 44. Good time, 30 and 44. Absolutely run them ragged. Has Bitter Sammy nosing onto the bunny down the back there, and it's just burst away early on in the race. And gets away to score nicely in a slick 30 and 44. In second posse as they swing in is the white rug of Hostile Deed, and out wider there we go to Splickles. But this was just too strong, getting stronger all the time, Bitter Sammy, and has won it well. She's just been struggling a little over the trip, but hey, coming out in a 30 and 44 today. In fact, they've taken that time off the board. They might have clocked the lure, so we'll wait for an official time. Here's the start, and Bitter Heidi, what's it called? Thrilling Heidi got squeezed up early on, and then there's trouble into the first bend here as they charge in here. The 2's come off the rail, and the 5's been pushed out. The 6 gone over the top, nowhere to go, but it's picked itself up and carried on round, and nothing that a hydro bath won't fix there, I would say. Just be a little bit bruised. 7, 3 and 8. We await an official time here in the 4th. We'll just wait for Big Dave. Little Dave, we've got to call him now. He's lost about 40 kilos. 30.83. 30.83. That's the official time. 5 1/4 by 1 3/4 by 7. How many Ks have you lost there, Davey?
Oh, just a few.
How many? Tell me. How many?
50.
50. 15. Unbelievable. He's just doing so well. He's on the one of those diets where they eat apples and pears and peanuts, and he's just throwing it off. But anyway, the dogs, as they come back to scale here, 7, 3 and 8, 5 1/4 lengths, official time of 30 and 83. Race number 5, the stir-ups, the field apart from the 6 here, Andre. And we'll be back to call it for you at 6:55.
And our favourite is a Bitter Sammy at $2.35, $1.30. Summer Buzz shuffles up with Flash Shooter, Sharp Strike and Luminoso. Bitter Sammy, Truant, Mean Taylor and Boeing Flyer to the outside. Bitter Sammy would probably need to lead them. If she's to get home with the prize, we'll have a look at her from box number 2. Bunny swings up to the start there and ready. Racing Bitter Sammy, a flyer, legs it to the lead by a couple of lengths. Out wider there we go to Mean Tyler. Kennelmate rushes up to dispute the pace. Hunting the rails there was Summer Buzz, a lovely run through. As to Truant found the rails where he likes it. Out wider we go to Flash Shooter. Back towards the tail there we've got Luminoso out wider. Boeing Flyer and Mean Tyler's dropped the tail. It's a one-dog affair at this stage. Bitter Sammy's clear by 4. Summer Buzz is starting to roll home as to Truant. Bitter Sammy in front. Truant flying out wide. Bitter Sammy from Truant, then Summer Buzz and Flash Shooter, back to Sharp Strike. In between them we had Luminoso out wider, Boeing Flyer and Mean Taylor towards the tail. Well, the Scoies have run first, second last and last, but that's what counts. They got the prize with number 2, Bitter Sammy. I tell you what, this Truant's going to win some more races. He has really rounded his race off strongly, and at third in we would have had Summer Buzz. At this stage, Bitter Sammy was in front. I thought Summer Buzz, the one that was going to close. Then Truant hooks to the outside and really starts to put in like a good greyhound up the straight. We'll get another 1 or 2 or 3 at short notice. Truant, that's for sure. But always easier to do it when you're in front, and that has been the winning of the race for Bitter Sammy. Boxes opened, legged it to the lead by about 3 lengths. Cop a look at this for box speed. Away she goes, doesn't touch another dog. Bitter Sammy just goes straight to the front. Mean Tyler's up there, the 6. You watch this, she's up there. Next thing gets castled by the 1 onto the 6, is it? Ankle taps her? Not quite sure. Yeah, just gets clipped there, and next thing she's gone backwards and went right back to last. Meanwhile, Kennelmate Bitter Sammy was off for the hat-trick of victories. The light form bitch by Jack Jr. out of Web of Silence. So related to some promising sprinters, this one, Luke, but got the 5:27 on its here tonight. New Zealand St Ledger at Addington did Thrilling Sam. He's still a boy with a bit to learn, but I think, well, I'm sure he's going right to the top. Thrilling Sam, Bitter Sammy, $2.50, $1.10 will need to lead Bitter Sammy. There's a few in here with a big finish, and Marsha Bale, she's the class dog of the field with a class 5 rating. If she decides to jump and run, she'll give them a big fright as well. Homebush Horse, She Shepherd, Thrilling Sam and Mini Lass are forward in the Display Associates restricted age feature. Bitter Sammy, Marsha Bale, Scent of Tiger, Monty Tyler set and ready. And a racing Bitter Sammy comes out running and streaks to the lead from Marsha Bale and She Shepherd, and Thrilling Sam tries to burst between them. There was trouble around the first bend, and going clear is Bitter Sammy. 2 to 3 lengths to the better of Homebush Horse and Monty Tyler. 4 or 5 back to Thrilling Sam, who runs underneath Marsha Bale. There's a gap in the field to Mini Lass. Then we've got Scent of Tiger and She Shepherd. Bitter Sammy, the big plunge looks good as she races clear from Homebush Horse. Thrilling Sam starts the motor, but it's all Bitter Sammy the prize. Thrilling Sam to second, I think, a nostril ahead of Homebush Horse, then Marsha Bale, Mini Lass. After them we had Monty Tyler, then She Shepherd and Santoft Tiger. Well, there was trouble around the first bend, and a Bitter Sammy princed a break, and it has been a winning old break too. And it gets the prize nicely In second at this stage we had Homebush Horse, and then Thrilling Sam switches into the clear and starts to roll home attractively, but no doubt about the winner, Bitter Sammy, will get the prize, the 2. It's a close go for second. Well, it's very close. The 1 or the 5, the 5 or the 1. From the hop, the 5 was in trouble. Taking a flower was Bitter Sammy. Goes to the lead. You can see Thrilling Sam looking for a run. Marshabell's up there disputing the pace. Then something had to give. First it was She Shepherd. She got spat out the back like a pip. Out the back you go. Via the 9 jumping on her from behind. So excuses there. But no doubt the winner, Bitter Sammy by Jack Jr. from Web of Silence. And for the Schofield Kennels at Huntly, it looks like Homebush Horse to second and Thrilling Sam to third. 2, 1 and 5, yes it is. 3.5 by a nose by 3 1/4 and 30.88 the winner's time. Favourite home with the prize in race number 6. 2, 1 and 5 here in race number 6. Number 2, Bitter Sammy beats 1 Homebush Horse and 5 Thrilling Sam. 2, 1 and 5, 3.5 lengths, a nose, 3 1/4 and 30.88 the winner's time. 30.88 the winner's time. Bitter Sammy by Jack Jr. out of Web of Silence for M. Bell, trained by Double D Schofield at Huntly, beats 1 Homebush Horse for Eileen Huntley and Kim Fraser. And a 5 was third, Thrilling Sam for Billy Hodgson. 2, 1 and 5, 3.5, and by a nose by 3 1/4 and 30.88 the winner's time. 30.88 the winner's time. Pull his finger out from the performance I saw him put in the weekend when he had a 2-dog trial against his kennelmate and got puffed off. So pull your finger out, busting out. Bitter Sammy busting out, Homebush Horse and She Shepherd line up in the ASR spray painting stakes. Whippersnapper, Tyrone Star, Burn the Pig and Chrissy Stardust. 520 metres all locked away, set to go. Favourite steps inside, Bitter Sammy her name, there and ready. Racing, Bitter Sammy comes out running straight to the lead from Busting Out, who shows some speed. Whippersnapper gets a lovely run through along the rails. Cutting through after them we had Homebush Horse, causes trouble there for Tyrone Star. Out by the She Shepherd starts to stride. Just in behind them, Burn the Pig, the last one, Chrissy Stardust. Down the back they go, Bitter Sammy in front. Whippersnapper's waiting to pounce and Busting Out's going a better race today. And behind them, Homebush Horses, they go for home. Whippersnapper going after Bitter Sammy, who kicks Whippersnapper. Bitter Sammy, a nose to Whippersnapper, then Busting Out. It's been a 1-2-3 finish. Burn the Pig and Tyrone Star arrived late. Then we had Chrissy Stardust and She Shepherd were towards the tail. Well, your favourite's in, but it had to fight like one thing. Bitter Sammy down the back, and it looked as if Whippersnapper was going to go whip-snap past Bitter Sammy, and then Busting Out was going to make me look fairly average as he runs in behind them. Starts to faint the last little bit, Busting Out, maybe a run short. Flying home again, we had Tyrone Star. Watch her come out wide, and along the inside, Burn the Pig. Gee, you'd almost say Tyrone Star, another black booker. Bitter Sammy just clinging to the lead. She'll get there, the 1, ahead of 2 Whippersnapper and 3 Busting Out. What do we get for third? $285. Might have to have all that, Mum. Away they go, and straight to the lead we had a Bitter Sammy. Busting Out races up out wider. Dashing along the inside of them we had a Whippersnapper, and these 3 really shared the pace and have fought out the finish. Watch here as number 4 Tyrone Star cops a big check off the 5 onto the 6, then back onto the 5. She's been bent in half, our second favourite, and it has been brave for her to get up for 4th, maybe back in the black book for Tyrone Star. Simple as 1, 2 and 3, Ron, here in race number 7. Yeah, well, like I said, we're hoping Spade Tom misses out at Wellington, because then he goes down to Class 1. He'll probably run a drum and get some fucking check. Did I get it right? Oh, yeah.
Place seven numbers 1, 2, 3. Margins ahead. 1 and 3 quarters. 1 and a quarter. And the time 30.57.
Yeah, quarter, 3 quarters. Man. What's the difference?
We've thrown a head in there. We've gone away from the nose there.
1, 2 and 3 in the 7th. Number 1, Bitter Sammy beats 2, Whippersnapper, and 3, Busting Out. 1, 2 and a 3. Ahead, a length and 3 quarters, a length and a quarter, and a 30.57. The winner's time, 30.57. The winner's time, Bitter Sammy by Jack Jr. from Web of Silence. Frame Bell, trained by Double D Schofield at Huntley, beats number 2, Whippersnapper, 4, Donna Garrett, and a 3, Busting Out for Linda Martin. 1, 2 and 3 ahead by 1 and a 3 quarters and a 1 and a quarter, 30.57 the time. $2 and a $1.70 for Bitter Sammy, $1.70 for Whippersnapper, and a $2.75 for Busting Out. The 1 and 2 Quinella returns $9 even. The 1, 2, 3 trifecta, $39.95. The 1 and a 1 double, that's a Super Gold along with Bitter Sammy, $15.10. The 1 and 2 concession returns $40.80. And the TAB treble, 3 Yellow Pearl, 1 Super Gold, and now number 1 Bitter Sammy.
So Collars and Leeds coming off, and up they'll go. First up, Gracious Boy for Calverley. You'll go to the 1 along with Uptown Dance, Melina Bale and Melissa Bale. Bitter Sammy the favourite, about to come up with Longest Drive, Boeing Flyer, Wendy's Own. And we're all but set to go. The 9th of the day. Ready? Set. Racing in the Radio Pacific, a bit of early speed here with Bitter Sammy out wide of the track. There we go to Wendy's Own, and looking for a bit of racing room as Longest Drive down on the inside. There we go to Uptown Dance, followed there by Melissa Bale, Boeing Flyer, and out the back Gracious Boy, Melina Bale. Down the back they go. Wendy's Own finds there from Bitter Sammy, and behind to Longest Drive. Round the outside comes Boeing Flyer, checked at that stage. Just in front of that there is Melissa Bale, and Uptown Dance. They swing for home on the fade. Bitter Sammy strides to the lead. Bitter Sammy will kick away here from Longest Drive, Wendy's Own, Melissa Bale, followed back there by Uptown Dance, further back Gracious Boy, Melina Bale, and Boeing Flyer's got a miss coming across the top and trots across now. So as expected, wasn't it? Those 3 Greyhounds to step and go and miss the trouble going into the first bend. And for once we were right. 2, 4 and 6 the numbers. 31.10 the winner's time. And Bitter Sammy 2 strong, 195, 120 will beat the 4 Longest Drive at 250 and 6 and 8 third, and that was Wendy's Own at 190. Here's the start. You'll just see them. The 2, the 4 and the 8 get away nicely. They go into the bend together. And the Speedsters first to the bend, and they were 1, 2, 3 home. Boeing Flyer went a miss coming across the top, and it did trot across the line. But 248, 31.10, all official in race number 9 on the card. And Ron, I think, joins us now. Ronnie Snowden. Good afternoon to you, Ron. Yeah, you too, bud.
Result of race 9, the Radio Pacific Stakes. 2, 4, 8, 7. 2 and a quarter each, and next 2 and a half feet. Time 31.10.
2 Bitter Sammy, $1.95, $1.24 Longest Drive, 250 and 8 Wendy's Own, $1.90.
Another 2 at 4, $8.60. Trifecta 2, 4, 8, 26, 30. 2 and a quarter an X, 2 and a half, 31.10. Baby Sophia getting the trifecta in the ninth of the day. Too strong was the favourite of Sammy by Jack Jr. Beating number 4, longest drive, Black to Grey. It's stuck on one today with that longest drive. And 8 is Wendy's own. He did set them up early, battling away from third by Faithful Hall. The final event, and a miss for Selma Vale, weighing at 27.5.
But up we go. Musical drama, Melina Bale, Thrilling Heidi and Ma Luke, our first line. Uptown Dance, bit of Sammy, just a little bit, and Dr. Bertram. Starter Warwick Mudgeway. Big day at the office for him today. Second line, Uptown Dance, bit of Sammy, just a little bit, and Dr. Bertram. We're all set to go the final time today. Favourite off the 5, Thrilling Heidi. Ready. Racing, Thrilling Heidi not away quickly. Early speed here to Bit of Sammy finds the lead from the inside. Musical drama round the outside of runners there is Uptown Dance. Pushing along the inside is Melina Bale, followed Thrilling Heidi back there to Dr. Bertram. Then we go Marluke and just a little bit down the back they go. Bit of Sammy doing it nice there from Uptown Dance. Musical drama followed round there by Melina Bale. Thrilling Heidi will need to work. It's outside is Dr. Bertram. Marluke and just a little bit on the corner. Bit of Sammy still doing it. Uptown Dance starts to run. Bit of Sammy and nicely from Uptown Dance, and a photo there with Thrilling Heidi. Saw daylight late, followed back there by Dr. Bertram, further back to Marluke, Melina Bale. Back there, Musical Drama, and just a little bit. 30 and 70, the winner's time. And a bit of Sammy got the pounce on them and has led them all the way. Too strong here. The Gold Rug's come home from a million miles away, has Thrilling Heidi. To figure in a photo for second and third. Uptown Dance, and look at Thrilling Heidi Huntle on the inside. She just takes the wrong options every now and then, Thrilling Heidi. And does she get second? Close, isn't it? At the 4 in, and in nicely, a bit of Sammy in the last of the night. Let's go up, and a bit of Sammy finds early. You just slow away there was Thrilling Heidi, and a Musical Drama got a good Huntle on the inside as well. 6 moved across. And just took the line of the 5. There's a 7 coming across as well. Marluke 4, 5 and 2. She did get up for second at Thrilling Heidi, and Uptown Dance at third. 4, 5, 2, 30 and 70. The winner's time in the last of the day, Andre. And just might try and get those margins. Not that it matters a heck of a lot as long as we've got the placings, doesn't it? 4, 5 and 2. Dave's forgotten about me. So that wraps it all up here from Manukau. And a good day of racing it was too, with the feature being the run a little earlier in the day of Winsome Shot, taking out the heat of the Derby. Thanks, Dave. A length and a quarter, a nose by 2. A length and a quarter, a nose by 2. Catch you later.
4, 5, 2, 8. 1 and a quarter length, a nose, 2 lengths, 30.70.
4 bit of Sammy at 431.45. Thrilling Heidi $1.85. 2 Uptown Dance $1.70. 4, 5 Quinella paid at $5.15. Trifecta 4, 5 and 2 $19.450. Trip 284 146.41. The quarter, a nose by